I'm out on McAllister Oval now. McAllister Oval gets a lot more use than the other grounds here. It's the training home for West Brunswick Amateur Football Club. It hosts their home games, which they've played some extra ones this year due to other grounds in Melbourne earlier in the season being unable to get on due to dry conditions. Ironically, it's quite damp out here now underfoot, quite soft. There's quite a bit of grass missing, probably within the 30 metres from goals inside the arc at both ends. The wings and flanks are quite well covered and in good condition. The square is quite muddy. It's got very little grass cover and would probably be best described as a bit of a glue pot at the moment, but it hasn't been dug up at this stage. Again, will depend on the conditions in the next few weeks leading up to the Cup as to what it will actually come up like. But the local competition still has one home game left here for the West Brunswick boys, and they'll be training on it right through past the Cup. So additionally to that, quite often there's college games played here on Sundays, and other games are scheduled during the week. So this ground does get quite a bit of traffic and has suffered a little for it, but generally it's in good nick for this time of year and should be good for the Cup. I'm out here on Ransford Oval. Ransford is in much better nick than the other ground. McAllister, it gets much less traffic during the season. There's no official training out on this ground. No home club officially on this ground, so there are games played on it through the year and some training out here, but much less than the other. So as a consequence of that, very good grass coverage in all over the ground, in both goal squares, which we don't see at McAllister. The centre square, not as wet and as sticky as McAllister, a little bit sticky, but hasn't been cut up at all. The wings and flanks and inside the arcs, all very good grass coverage and not soft underfoot as McAllister. So really good looking nick at the moment. Depending on what traffic gets put on here leading up to the Cup, sometimes they do move games off the other grounds onto here. Could cut up a bit in the middle, but I think it's in very good nick at the moment. Here we're at the Western Oval. Look, the ground here is looking generally in pretty good nick. There's pretty good grass coverage right across. The turf wicket in the centre is just a little bit sticky at the moment. We've had quite a bit of rain here in Melbourne in the last week. How that holds up will depend on how much traffic it gets over it in the next few weeks. This ground is mostly currently used for lacrosse, and I guess in a few key areas of where the lacrosse players use that, the ground is cut up particularly muddy. Over in one of the flanks, you'll see there it's very muddy. But generally the ground's in pretty good condition. There's a couple of sections at either end of the turf square where actually they've removed the turf and relaid the grass. That's looking a bit dead at the moment, but it's all grown in pretty well. So all in all, at this stage, it's looking pretty good for the Cup. How that turf square holds up will depend on the weather leading up to the Cup. If it's very dry, it will be quite hard. Otherwise, it should be fine. So, looking in good nick for the Cup. Well, Ryder Oval won't be used for the Cup. It's not set up to be used as a football ground at the moment. Currently used by a local soccer club, but it is expected that teams will probably warm up out on this ground. So if you've had a look on Google Earth or something like that and seen the extra oval here and wondering why they're not using it, just because it's not currently set up for football. It has hosted football over the years, but not at the moment.